What up, everyone? It's your boy, it's Jermaine. Where has Jermaine been? Jermaine has been like around. I'm gonna have some food, so I'll let some people join the stream. Cause I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Time to eat. I haven't streamed in a minute. Greetings, bruh. You back? I am back. I'm gonna eat some food because I'm like famished, yo. Taco truck for me. Taco truck. I am having some. We're having Asian night. This is some Thai food. Dang, Jermaine, I just finished watching your Oakland video, wondering if you got kidnapped. Ha ha ha. Jermaine, how is your boo? Boo is doing good. When are you traveling again? I don't know. I've been so bored out without your lives. I know my lives. I love the YouTube channel, bro. It motivates me. That's what's up. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. But like I said, I'm gonna take some bites because I need to eat. We'll hang out. We'll chill tonight. We'll talk about some shit. What's up, Jay? Walking tours are like old school travel vids. Yeah. I don't know what walking tour I'm gonna come out with tomorrow. I got some walking tours to choose from. So I think I'll come out with something pretty interesting tomorrow. Did that guy resolve that issue? Mm, we'll talk about that when more people get into this journey. Yeah, we'll talk about that because I don't know. That's just it's really weird, and I don't want people to think that like I'm not live streaming because people are threatening me and they're trolling me. That really wasn't the reason. The reason was I just felt like this person was a part of a particular organization, and that's how they knew like certain things about me, you know. So I don't just think it was just a random person on YouTube trolling me. I think it was a little bit more. I think it was a little bit targeted, you know. Have you done a walk in Berkeley? Berkeley. Berkeley is actually in. Okay, so Berkeley. No, I haven't did a walk in Berkeley yet, but we can talk about Berkeley in a minute, though. There's some stuff to say about Berkeley. It was Al trolling you. I don't think it was Al. I don't think it was Al. I believe it was someone. I believe I don't know exactly who it is, but I don't think it was Al. I just don't. Just some of the things that they were saying. I've never heard Al talk like that. Right? I've never heard Al like be some like animal rights activist. And as long as Al has been following me, he would have made that known. You know what I mean? That person was some sort of an activist. From what group? I don't know. It could have been from one group and they were like acting as if they're saying that they're coming from another group. I don't know, but definitely don't think it was Al. I don't think it was anyone here. I think it was someone in the whole I think it was someone like in the whole plant-based movement. And maybe they want me to, be more plant-based. They want me to use my platform to promote, animal rights and all of that. And I don't know. I'm more of a YouTuber that talks about like my life and like things I do versus to try to change people. Like I talk about stocks and I try to be inspirational, but I don't want to like I'm not trying to change people like that, you know. But then in that whole space, there's a lot of people who there's a lot of people that they want to, they want things to change and they want to push for things to change and they want to do it like however they want to. But that is not exactly what I want to do. Like that's not this is my life here. No rice for it. This is pineapple fried rice and pineapple fried rice, and this is from Lois Soroyas. It's on Hayes in the city. It's not a vegan restaurant, so if you're not vegan, you can go there and have a blast. But they have vegan dishes, and the food's bomb. I like the people, I like the food, so I always go back. hmm They want to use you for their beliefs, widows. Mm, it sounds like they're weirdos, right? But this sort of thing has happened all the time. This sort of thing has happened all the time. Where there's a company out there, they're like, oh yeah, this person will be good for this person, this person would be good to push what we're trying to push, you know what I mean? So they would, go after that person for whatever reason. It could be to push a certain agenda and culture. It can be to promote a certain product to a certain group of people. So you have to know who you're looking for. My bad. I just clicked off the stream. How you guys been doing? Because it's like been weird not to live stream. Because I'm like so used to like live streaming. It's like part of my life. That's exactly what they're doing. You know, who is Al? Don't let anyone, don't let anyone change you. Just be you. Yeah, just being you is very important. Hi, Jermaine. I'm in Melbourne. Watch your video. Oh, you watched my video when I was in Melbourne? Melbourne's awesome. I would love to go back to Australia, y'all, with a skateboard. Love the content, bro. Would like to do live stream one day if possible. What do you mean live stream? Like, you want to start to live stream yourself, or you want to like do a live stream? You have good roasting humor. I'm gonna get into the email and the stalker in a minute, but you ever ride your boosted board anymore? I rode it this past weekend. I don't ride it that much though. I don't want to crash. That's all. Jermaine, brother, I saw you eat lunch. Where do you see me eat lunch today? What is in pineapple fried rice? Pineapple fried rice is a lot of vegetables. There is tomatoes, grapes, uh, lettuce, lots of broccoli, lots of pineapple, onions, um, cashews. Jermaine, get better shine light on his food. I know. I guess so. Right? The light is like off. Mm. How Jermaine, you still traveling around the world? I don't know. I'm gonna let you figure that one out. You say it's dangerous to digest fruits and veggies at the same time, really? Who said that? Hope I don't die over here. Let's see. Your lives is like waiting for your favorite show new season to come back. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, I'll be back live in yo, because it definitely sucks not to go live. I'll probably go live this weekend on the streets because I got new internet. I gotta cut the AC on, yo. It's hot, dude. Mm. Let's see. Odds of choking to death 1 in 500. Yes, look up. Not good for the digestive system. I don't know. I'm not really gonna trip because, I mean, I've already been eating this for a while. I'm not just gonna stop eating this right now, y'all. This is really good. Hopefully, I don't choke and die. Do a live stream, great content, Jermaine. Your content motivate me. Okay, I see. Are you watching? You guys watching the channel? So let's talk about the troll, right? Because some more things happened since the last time I came out with that video. Not that much, but I just got a weird phone call, and someone said something about Berkeley earlier, and I'm gonna loop back around to Berkeley in a minute. But there's a whole bunch of drama. So check this out. I got that weird ass email last week. Okay, so when I got the weird email, I was just like, look, I'm just gonna chill out. I'm not gonna stream. Like it was some more drama going on in my life, right? So I was like, look, I'm not gonna stream right now. And then I don't know, I had some good things going on in my life, and like it was just a perfect time to not to stream because it's like the perfect time to just shut the fuck up, right? So cool. So all that happened. I was like, look, let's just take a break for a little bit, and that's pretty much what I did, right? And then, I'm getting all these weird phone calls, right? Well, I'm getting well. I I got all the weird phone calls, and then after I didn't after I stopped answering the phone, because people ask me like, "Oh, why didn't you record like the people calling you?" Well, the only reason I didn't record the person calling me is like I would get like these block calls, and like I would think, "Oh, that's them calling," but then I would also like do Uber Eats, right? And when you're doing Uber Eats, and sometimes when you're doing certain apps, you get like block calls, like you get like restricted calls, and a lot of times it could be the customer, right? Or it could be like the company calling you or something. So that's why I didn't like block my numbers, and then that's why I didn't like because there's an option where you can block all block calls. I don't like to do that because of that very reason. So come to find out, it was just like after I didn't answer after I didn't answer the phone, then I got this email, and then I was like, look, let's just don't stream. So days went on, and then I get this phone call, right? I was like sleeping in bed. It was in the afternoon. Lori called me, and Lori was like, yeah, let's hang out, right? You know how sometimes when you wake up from a nap and you're like, you're like still like tired and it takes you forever to get out of bed. Well, that was pretty much what I was experiencing, right? Lori called and was like, "Yo, let's link up." 10 minutes later, I'm still in bed in the same position, just like, I really want to get up, but I'm so tired. Then the phone rings. It's this creep, right? Call him. And he's like, "I want you to watch this video." So he wanted me to watch this video from this chick named Leafy Greens. I'm not really gonna get into the video. I mean, I guess if you want to go follow Leafy Greens, you might can get an idea of what this was on the lines of. But basically, it was this video that like I don't like I said, guys. This shit gets really crazy. Okay, you ready for it? The video that the girl, it was a chick in the video, a girl, them, they. I don't know what they were, but it was. I get. Let's just say a chick in the video, right? She was talking about how there's this dude, and the only reason I'm telling this story is because we're gonna get back to Berkeley in a minute, right? He wanted me to watch this video. This chick in the video is talking about this dude who's like this animal rights activist, okay? And he was a part of this animal rights organization, but like there's all this stuff that happened, right? There's like, it was like a lot of accusing, like, he did that, he slept with this person. Like it was a lot of like stuff like that, right? Not anything, I don't know. Like I guess like someone was trying to talk to someone else before they were before they were the age of 18 or something. Like I don't know. It was just a whole bunch of drama, right? This person called me and they wanted me to make a response video to that video. And I actually watched the video. It was like a 35-minute video. I listened to it. I didn't just like sit down and watch the whole thing, but I was listening to it. And for the most part, like, it was just really insane. It's just like, why do you want me to make a video calling out this dude? I don't even know who this dude is. Like, he's never did anything to me. Like, I don't fucking know who he is. Like, yeah, he's an animal rights activist, but aren't you an animal rights activist? Like, based off of the fucking email that you sent me? So, if you are all about this animal rights activist stuff, why in the fuck do you want me to go over here and bash this other dude? That's what y'all believe, right? That's what y'all believe. That's y'all. Like I eat vegan food over here. That y'all into all the animals and the rescuing the shit. That's what y'all do, not me. So like, at the end of the day, I'm like, what the fuck? What do you want me to do? Like, what am I supposed to say here? Am I supposed to like make a video calling this dude out, right? I don't even know this dude. I don't know what he's about, right? The dude in the video, you know how the guy called me and he wanted me to make a video calling out, the guy in the video, right? A couple days later, I seen that guy in freaking Berkeley. I'm at this, let's just say I'm at this place. There's a whole bunch of people there. I was with Lori and stuff. And I looked over and I was like, yo, Lori, is that the guy? Is that the guy from the video that is that the guy from the video that the weird motherfucker called me on the phone that wanted me to make a video talking about this dude over here? And Lori was like, yeah, that's him. And I'm just like, this is just really weird, yo. Like, this is really weird. I guess they wanted me to make a video and call that guy out. And then that way I would show up to that event and then I would see that guy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. It's crazy. But yeah, anyway. It's good you have a fat Cali Greens. A fat Cali Greens for those who are familiar with the matter. What's her channel called? Leafy Green. Leafy Green is a YouTuber. Fat Cali Greens is not a YouTuber. Not a YouTuber name either. But what's the drama, Jermaine? I don't know the drama, but basically, like I don't know. Did any of y'all hear that story I just named? Have you seen Lee around? I haven't seen Lee around. He used to make videos quite a bit back in the day. Bay Area, small man. You see people around. I see people around all the time. But it just tripped me out that they wanted me to make a video bashing this other dude, and then like, did they know? I'm just curious. Did they know that I was gonna show up to that event? And the thing is, how would they know? Because it was like a random thing. It wasn't like something that it wasn't like I said I was gonna go, or maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe they just wanted me to call out, this dude, and then a couple of days later, I just randomly went to the event and saw him. But I don't know. Like I ain't got no beef with nobody around here, bro. I mean, especially, why would I have beef with somebody that's like rescuing animals, yo? Like, come on. The fuck would I have some beef with someone? I wouldn't. Like, if that's what y'all want to do, yo, go do it. Like, I ain't stopping you. Like, I ain't protesting against y'all folks. I mean, you don't see me out there trying to stop y'all. Nah, go do what you gonna do, bro. Just don't trip and fall, They want to use your, maybe they do want to use my image. It was definitely hella suspicious. Sounds like it was a setup. The call is coming from inside the house. Inside the house? What do you mean inside the house? Like, inside of what house? Stop going to those weird ass protests and vegan animal crowds. It's San Fran about some animal rights. When in Sacramento, the human trafficking, actual humans. Well, I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know what's going on, but like it seemed like that I don't know, yo. I see too many black people, yo. I see too many black people like struggling out here for me to be out like, I don't know, yo. Like, come on, like it's just other things to, I don't know. It, I don't want to get involved in all that, yo. I'm trying to live life, dude. Like, I'm not trying to like, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? It, I just had to tell that story because the email was insane. That phone call was insane. The video was insane. The next day or the next couple of days was like, wow, is this a setup? Do you think your booze roommate had something to do with it? The one that went off on you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know that much about the roommate. But at first I kind of thought maybe it could be. But it's a dude on the phone. It's definitely a dude on the phone. It's not a chick. So he wasn't getting harassed until after he was dating. Yeah, I don't know. I think now I'm just gonna push even for more neutrality. Cool it 3000. What's going on? These type of people got 10 other enemies. Don't worry, boy. Got them. I'm not trying not to worry about it too much. But whenever you're talking about like veganism and animal rights, you really don't know who's doing it. I hear that it could be people doing it like because I definitely heard like people from other industries infiltrating vegan groups, right? You definitely hear about stuff like that. And and if you don't know what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to say is like someone from the dairy industry or someone from like the beef industry will get in groups and like do stuff and fuck with people. It could be something like that, which I don't know. I've heard that from other, animal rights people that this has happened. Jermaine, while you listen to trolls, do love the entertaining content though, but I think you trigger a lot of trolls when you make conspiracy videos such as Smash Capitalism. Okay, so okay, Chris, the thing about Smash Capitalism, the troll, if in that email that the troll sent, the troll wanted me to re-upload that video back to YouTube. So when you say that I am okay, okay, I understand. I can see why that video would attract trolls. But the thing is, I actually took that video down and they want me to put it back up. So that makes me think that maybe the video has something else in it that they liked, right? I volunteered to stand outside Jermaine's hotel to protect him. Cool it, yo. Thanks for the super chat, yo. Thanks for the super chat. You say back. What Smash Capitalism? So it's this video I made, yo, which I don't know. I guess like it pissed people off because I don't know, but I guess it pissed people off because it was like a chick in the photo, and my caption was like, "This is my favorite meme," and I guess like it was taken the wrong way, so I took the video down because I was talking about in the video, I was talking about like this like meme, okay, and I guess the troll liked what I said about the meme. So I'm trying to figure this out. Saw you rolling down Bush Street about 7 a.m. this morning. Yeah, I was rolling, y'all. Where you moved back to MS? What is MS? Mississippi? What is MS? Memphis? What is MS? Is it Macedonia? This is some detective work. Yeah, so like it is detective work because I could get like it does the smash capitalism part doesn't make sense because it's like this person is inflicting because the thing is this is the part that don't make sense about the smash capitalism. If this person is all about veganism and all about vegan rights, they would actually not like that video about capitalism that I made. If this person was all about animal rights and saving the animals, they would hate that capitalism video. But the part that confuses me is they tell me that, oh, I'm being fake and I don't care shit about the animals and I'm vegan because of profits and all that. They say that, but then they also I don't know. They also don't talk about like they like the capitalism video. So like those are two very conflicting things, you know? Don't make sense. And then ask Google to track them down. I don't know. Jermaine, what's your next country in your mind you want to travel to so you can show us? I don't know. I want to, the UK would be fun. That would be an easy country to go to. Shouldn't you hire a detective before damage is done? I really think that it's just some angry animal rights activist that probably wants me to join their movement because they could get someone with a platform, someone of color, because I don't see any black people out there, protesting in front of stores, throwing blood on the walls. I don't see any black people at the slaughterhouses doing. I don't see any black people doing the dirty stuff, right? So that's just my guess. Is they want someone like me because like I could do all sorts of crazy stuff, right? I could get arrested. I could put it all on my channel, and I could help their thing grow. But if you want me to do that, like you're gonna have to literally like pay me a whole bunch of money, y'all. Like for real, like literally dedicate my life to your cause. That's just kind of like I mean, come on, that's just kind of like rappers, bro. Like they sign their life away. Like, yeah, I'll do anything you say, but if you give me the money, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. Maybe it's the girl in the picture. Who's after you? I don't know. In like 3 days, Google will track them down, give you a name. Um, a lot of people are talking about tracking them down and stuff like that. I don't really want to talk too much about that, but I know some really dorky people on the internet, and yeah, I mean, I don't. It's not too much. I don't think it's too much to worry about. I just think it's just an analyzed activist that's just control. I mean, that's just what I think. Like, I was reading some of the comments, and people were like, "Call the police," and I'm like, "Call the police? Like, what are the police gonna do?" Like, if, no, I'm not gonna call it. Why would I call the police? Like, I would go hang out, we'll call some people in Chinatown now, or go call some people in the TO before I call the police. You hit the nail on their head. They're trying to make you the token black guy for their movement. I mean, that can work out if, like I say, like if there is like a dollar amount involved. Like, I'm not gonna say, but like I know a YouTuber that like a certain political party reached out to them and offered them money to basically promote this political party. And things like that happen, right? That YouTuber turned it down because that YouTuber was like, no, I don't want to be a part of that political party, not even for the money. So like I kind of look at it the same way. Like if you want me to just be some crazy like, you know, person that wants to push all your agendas, yo, where are the dollars? You know what I mean? Like what are dollars at? Ain't shit free in this world, yo. It's not. Weapons. Jermaine can be bought out. And don't call the police. They are useless. Well, I don't say that police are useless, but I would say that they're really good after the situation has happened. After the shooting is over with, that's when you call. But right in the middle of the shooting, I mean, come on, y'all. They're real good to after the situation has happened. Jermaine, do you actually enjoy biking? Would you rather spend time doing something instead of okay? I don't want to do nothing different. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't think I want to do anything different right now in life. I mean, I would love to travel. That would be the thing. But like working and trying to like have a job and like work and all that, no. I mean, deliveries is cool, but like working a job like in an office building and I got a boss, no. That's not something I want to do. I don't, and there's not a dollar amount. Like it's just I don't want the stress. I don't want to do that. Now at the same time, would I like go to WeWork and go to an office, then yeah, I would do that. But like just go work for someone else. I'm not really. I don't want to do that anymore. That's just not what I want. Like it's just there's other things to life I've discovered. And I like I like the free lifestyle, yo. Like I like the free like love the cycling lifestyle. No, I don't want to change it, yo. Just not get engaged or anything. What happened to Alex Escobar? I talk to Alex all the time, yo. We talk all the time, yo. Did you see how CashApp, Zelle will start to audit payments. Oh, start to audit payments. I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, so much money going through those platforms right now. And you also gotta think, yo, there is a shift. There's a shift, like there's a shift from like these working normal jobs to like, doing shit on the internet. Like there's been a major shift with the pandemic in place, you know. San Francisco. In San Francisco, live in Fisherman's Wharf. You don't have to pay taxes with Uber Eats. You do have to pay taxes with Uber Eats. Yes, you do. Jermaine, I think you should put warning and advisory letters in your videos that would have the most conspiracy videos that would make people more happy to watch or not. Huh. I wanna shift. I hate retail. Retail is like slipping away, yo. Jermaine, living in South Africa or living in the United States, which one is best to live with families? Please help shed some light. Don't know what a travel would say for now. Okay, South Africa and the United States are gonna be so freaking different. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like with a family, they're gonna be very different, yo. Very different. Like vastly different. Um I can't tell you like what to pick on that one because I know a lot of people in the US that would love to raise their kids in South Africa, but then I know a lot of people in South Africa they would love to raise their kids in America. Me, if I had kids and if I had to choose where to raise my kids, if I had to pick between South Africa or the United States, I would probably pick the United States hands down. I mean, that's a very easy question to answer. Um, Now, if I was just, in my 40s, 50s, living alone, traveling solo, maybe I'd want to live in South Africa. But the whole thing, the keywords you brought up was kids, right? And when you think about kids, you got to think about schools. You got to think about college. You got to think about opportunities for your kids. And in places like South Africa, like kids are expensive, yo. Like freaking, you got to drive your kids everywhere. Like your kids can't be walking around. Um, your kids can't be walking around like out on the street. You gotta because kidnapping is very popular in certain parts of South Africa. So like you can't have your kids like walking on the street. Like they have to be in a car. So it could be a tough place, bro. Like it can be a tough place like to raise kids. I mean, if it's you and your wife and y'all don't have kids, that's one thing. But to have kids, man, that's a whole another struggle in the country. Whole different struggle in the country, y'all. Retail and restaurants refuse to pay more. Yeah. Do you pay a lot of taxes with Uber Eats last year? No, you don't pay that much taxes with Uber Eats here. I mean, it depends on like how much you work. I mean, how much money are you making? You're not gonna pay that much tax with Uber Eats. But like, and then if you got a car, you get the standard deduction. So believe it or not, if you're doing Uber and if you're on a bike, you're actually gonna pay more money in taxes than you probably would if you're in a car. No, that's fact. Because think about it. If you made $25,000 a year driving a car, delivering Uber, you would get the standard mileage for those miles. So you would get to subtract that off of the 25,000. But if you're on a bike, I don't think that there is a standard mileage deduction. Like I haven't heard of it. Like I've heard of people claiming it, but like legally, I don't think you can claim mileage if you're on a bicycle. I don't know. Maybe there's someone out there that knows the tax law better, but like I just don't think you can claim it, on a bike. So like if you made $25,000 on a bike, like you couldn't claim the standard mileage deduction, meaning that the cyclist would pay higher in taxes than the person driving the car. But then, but hold on now. I know some people gonna be like, oh yeah, I want to drive a car. Technically, the person on the bike would make more money than the person in the car. Okay, because you got to think about something here. The person in the car gets a standard mileage deduction because it costs them money to operate the car. Like they have to pay for car insurance, they have to put gas in the car, they have to pay for the car. But the bike, I mean, it's kind of like free basically. So yeah, the person on the bike could very well be paying more money, but then also the person on the bike is making more money because they don't have as many expenses. Because remember, we use the same amount, 25,000 for the biker, 25,000 for the car. But the car has all these expenses that's gonna eat away. You know, so yeah, you're gonna pay less taxes with a car, but you're actually gonna make less dollars overall. You know, but don't tell everybody I said that because then people are gonna switch from cars to bikes. Because I know so many people that drive cars and they think that they make so much money driving a car. But then when you for real pull out the calculator and for real break down the figures, the person on the bike is probably making more money than the person driving the Prius. Like no joke, because the person driving the Prius got to sit in gridlock traffic. The person on the bike is riding on the fucking sidewalk, going the wrong way up a one-way street. You know, it take them 4 minutes to make the delivery. The same delivery it takes this person over here in the car 20 minutes because they got to go around the block, they got to park at the restaurant, then they got to go to the house, they got to park again when they get to the house. The person on the bike takes their freaking bike into the restaurant, right? It sits that shit right down while the person in the car out there circling, looking for a parking spot, burning gas, right? Person on the bike ain't burning no gas, ain't looking for no parking spot. They had already picked up the food. They walking out the restaurant. The person in the car is still looking for the parking spot, y'all. They still riding. Now they out there, the meter maid about to get their ass a ticket, you know. They over here about to do a U-turn. The police on the motorcycle about to get them a ticket. You know, it's a whole different thing, y'all. Um, what up, dude? Love your content. Blockchain. That's what's up. That's what's up. Thanks for the super chat. Y'all want an LA video tomorrow? Jermaine, what are your overall thoughts on why Instagram and Facebook went down? Man, look, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, dude. Everybody already know that Facebook be doing shady stuff, you know, in the background. Everybody know that. Everybody know they change the algorithm. Algorithm. Everybody know they change it. This ain't nothing new, right? And there's this new lady that leaked all these documents. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, for some reason, maybe y'all want to unsubscribe when I say this, but I'm about to say something. Maybe y'all want to unsubscribe. I'm gonna keep it real. For some reason, like I don't like whistleblowers. It's not the fact that they share the information that they share. It's more like the fact that like I don't know. It's more like the fact that like you. It's almost like you the weak link. And then typically when someone whistleblows, they whistleblow for a particular reason. Okay, that particular reason never gets out. It never gets out, right? And like I'm not trying to bash no whistleblower. If you like whistleblowers, if they're your favorite people, like you know, do your thing, fly your flag. But that's just one thing I noticed. You know, whistleblowers are like, you know, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But the whole, I don't know. I just think it's the Instagram, Facebook thing. It'll probably go away after a couple of days. It'll probably be more cases. We'll probably see, you know, this lady. I don't know from the information I've heard that like the information like I just been following a lot of black media when it's been talking about the whole Facebook drama. So maybe I should get a different perspective, right? But following black media is telling me that like this lady is, you know, representing one particular cause, and they're trying to. I don't really want to get into it too much because once again, I only heard one side of it, and I'm the type of person I like to hear multiple sides, you know. I like to hear multiple sides of it. And the part that just made me just kind of blow it out of here is Facebook has been doing this for the longest. Like it's no secret that Facebook, does funny stuff. It's just someone else coming out with it. So maybe it'll it'll just go away a couple days, couple weeks, or not. Want to get erased from Facebook so bad. I love Facebook. I'm not gonna lie. I love Facebook. You gotta be voting like this, attracting data attention. Jermaine, the United States has more opportunities than United Kingdom, shine a light on taxes between US and UK. I don't necessarily know like taxes between US and UK. I don't know, but like I just know how it works more in SF. Apply for a BMR. I was thinking about applying for a BMR. Like I totally could. I totally could. hmm You can't have more than one person in the party. Huh? I'm a veteran. Can I get housing in San Francisco? You can get housing in San Francisco. There's a lot of senior housing. Man, I tell you, Mark Zuckerberg. Whenever they show them videos of Mark Zuckerberg, he looks like he is like he. Whenever they show them photos of Mark, right, he looks so suspect, bro. Like for real, he looked like he is so suspect. He like the most like sketchy looking CEO out there. Like no joke, yo. I follow Mark like on Facebook. Like I always follow like watch his posts and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, these photos, they got that man looking like a ghost, bro. He looking scary, looking like Dr. Stevenson or something about to come in there and get your ass, dude. Dang. Zuck worked for the Russians. Oh, you think so? He's an oddball. He's an alien and a human body. That sounds about right. An alien and a human body. Jermaine, do you ever get donations to your crypto wallets? Why do you post them on your video description? There's a reason why I post them on your video description. Over the years, I've received quite a bit of crypto. From who, I have no idea. But it helps to just have them there. It just helps to have them there. I remember a couple years ago, I would literally check it. It was a couple years ago. It was this certain time we're going through this crypto bull run. I remember checking my crypto wallet like every day, and people would literally donate like money to the crypto wallet. In some of the days, the donations were like they were insane. Like no joke. Like no joke. And what was going on is I think that people were actually making so much money in crypto that they were just like, yo, like I'm gonna hook Jermaine up. Like let's hit this crypto wallet. And this was like what 2007, like when we went through that major crypto bull run, y'all. And yeah, it definitely helps to have your crypto wallets there, you know. Definitely helps. He's an alien in a human body. I'm so happy to be back. I'm like live with y'all. You say he works for the Russians. I think Zuckerberg works for the Americans. I think that Facebook, Apple, and Google, they're all really, really tight with the US government. That's just what I really think. I really think so. And that's why you won't ever see Facebook go down. Because at the end of the day, the government knows that, look, To get all this information on all these people, they need Facebook. They need Facebook, yo. Because then the government can go to Facebook and be like, yo, what are these people, what are young people thinking about right now? And Facebook can be like, young people are thinking about Taylor Swift, right? You know, and then the government can ask them, yo, how are young people feeling? And Facebook can be like, well, majority of young people are feeling pretty happy today. It's the weekend, and we've had lots of movies that come out, and all this stuff is going on, and this and that, and this and that, and that at the end of the day, that's how they want it, right? If y'all think that China and their social credit score system, if y'all think that that's sophisticated, if that actually blows your mind, maybe you should look at the American system. The American system is like, damn, it's just as good. It just don't look like the Chinese system. The American system is Facebook, Google, it's all these other companies. But it don't look like the Chinese system, the whole social score. Like, no, it's the social score, but it's in the background. You don't see the social score, Like, it's the same thing. Like, people always want to say, oh, we don't want to be like China. Well, look at it. Like, what are you talking about? What do you think Facebook is? What do you think Facebook is? Like, come on, think about it. What do you think of what do you think YouTube is? Like, they show you videos that you want to see. Think about it. You go to YouTube and you just scrolling, and all of a sudden you like, I want to see that video. And then you keep scrolling and it's another video. You like, damn, I want to see that video too. And then all of a sudden it's 3 videos you want to see right there on your home screen. You just picked up your phone and it's 3 videos you want to see. They already know that you want to see the videos. Think about it. Bro, that's so powerful, dude. That's so powerful, dude. The Trump lies were spread more on Facebook than for Twitter. That's very true. It's very true. I think there's way more people on Facebook than Twitter. Because Facebook is just way more information on Facebook versus Twitter, I'd rather have a Roman Empire as an enemy than a modern tech billionaire. Really? You guys look at like tech billionaires as enemies? I don't know. I mean, I could see how people could look at tech billionaires as the enemy, but I don't necessarily see it that way. I look at it as, innovation. Like, think about all the businesses that have came off of Amazon. Now, when I say that, most people are only going to think of Amazon delivery business, Amazon delivery people. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all those people that started them Amazon stores, right? I'm talking about all them people. All them people that start doing drop ship with Amazon. Like, I'm talking about those jobs, not just the Amazon delivery person, but Amazon has created a whole lot more jobs. Okay, think about Apple, right? Amazon Web Service, exactly. Think about Apple. I don't think a lot of people just really get like how many jobs Apple has freaking put out there. Okay. You for real, you got to think about it. You say peeing in bottles. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, Uber drivers peeing bottles, that's like been the biggest thing ever since I started driving Uber, yo. Pretty much majority of Uber drivers pissing bottles, yo. So like the whole Amazon thing, like, yeah, I guess the media was just introduced to that, but like a lot of people that like have driving jobs, and especially if you're a dude, you're probably pissing a bottle, yo. Think about it. Especially if you're in look at Amazon. Like, come on, I'm not making this shit up here. Amazon treats their workers like slave. Well, I hear that. I definitely hear that. But anyone can say that about any company, though. Anyone can say that about any company. But like, you want to talk about the jobs, right? You take a company like Apple. I know a lot of people hate Apple. Apple is definitely not hated like Amazon. But the Apple definitely, it has the haters. But if you think about the all the jobs that they have made, they've they've created just off of the iPhone, all the jobs that they've created indirectly, right? So now you have people that fix phones, you have people that sell phones, you have people that sell cell phone accessories, right? If the iPhone wasn't a thing, that dude in the mall with all them damn cell phone cases, he wouldn't be down there, right? But he ain't selling iPhones. He's just selling the case for the iPhone, right? And it's a lot of jobs like that exist. You know, maybe the person in the mall, maybe they sell earpods or whatever. You know, so at the end of the day, it's you know, I don't know. It's just people do it all differently. A tech billionaire could prevent you from renting a room or buying food anywhere in the world. I mean, yeah, I guess so, Jeffrey. I mean, I'm definitely not knocking that one. Underpaying and overwork people to fly to space. Oh, okay, okay, okay. You got okay. I mean, I see a lot of people here. They hate the tech billionaires. Okay, all right, okay. Let's just talk about something more positive. What about the sun's stars and the moon? Do we here have a business major in there? Who's a business major? Entire system is created to underpay the workers cause yeah, but the thing about that now they're talking about like robots. Robots. I think that's gonna be like 20 years. Yeah, 20 years at least, yo. I I don't hate them. Got over once you understand what you're about. Everyone hates Bezos, but I love Amazon. I don't honestly. I don't really want to talk about the Amazon thing because you can hate Amazon, but like I'm the places you go probably all buy stuff from Amazon, and like that's just kind of how I see it. Like Walmart used to be the same way. I remember back in the day, Walmart was the same way, bro. So many people were hating Walmart. Like I used to hate Walmart back in the day because I was like, look at Walmart. They moved to a small town and then all these little small businesses closed down, right? Like 15 years ago, I had this whole idea in my head like Walmart's messed up, like they and make all the small businesses close. I don't think that way anymore. Like I think the small business is literally is just is dying, and it's I think that that was a area that was 1950s, right? That was that area that was the best time to have a small business, you know. Today with automation and with the way things are changing, I'm small business is just not it's not what it how can it compete, you know, like how can it compete with automation? How can it compete? How can it compete when Amazon can pay their workers $25 an hour, but this little mom and pop restaurant they pay 18 and they struggling trying to pay $18 an hour, but Amazon can just easily pay 25. You know, you can sit back and hate the big companies, but at the same time, sometimes you can hate the person that you're about to get into a fight with because you know that when you get into a fight with them, they're gonna knock your ass out, and it ain't even gonna be a fight because they just gonna duke you, yo, and you already know it, so that's why you hate them. You know, you already know 'cause you cannot win, you can't win, you can't beat them. So what you gonna do? You gonna hate on them because you already know they so big they're gonna trump you. They're just gonna keep on going, keep getting bigger, and you're gonna be gone. You know. Um, I've had a hard time believing that people hate working for Apple. It looks like they give their employees so much net. I mean, I don't see how you can hate working for Apple either. Maybe if you were working in a retail store. But I hear one thing I hear about Apple is I hear that they don't want people to work there for a long time. So it's one of those jobs where like they try to keep you for like X amount of years and they try to get you out of there. But then if you think about it, if you've worked for Apple and you got that on your resume, I mean, it should probably be easy for you to go somewhere else and get a job because you got this Apple, on your resume. I don't know. Don't take look, don't take my advice for that. Like, this ain't no financial advice over here. I'm just talking about. I would think if it's on your resume, like it would help you get like some other bullshit low end tech job, right? In the United States, what kind of jobs as a man coming from Nigeria who studied international relationship and cybersecurity, Jermaine? Oh, you can get a lot of jobs like that in the Bay Area. Cybersecurity. I mean, bro, like that's a popular one right now. I think retail is dead. I think restaurants is about the only, like, no joke. The way things are going right now, restaurants is about it. If you want a small business, a mom and pop shop, a restaurant is gonna be about it, bro. Because the thing about a restaurant is you can't really. It's kind of, people go to restaurants because it's specialized. Like corporations, they had a hardest time trying to compete with restaurants because a small business can open a restaurant so fast because it's like one person, like, oh, I want to try this dish right here on this intersection, so I want to open up a restaurant. It's so much easier for like a mom and pop to open a restaurant versus like a corporation. Because a corporation, yeah, they may have all this money behind them, but a corporation has like branding, right? Maybe you're selling like pizza. So like now you got a pizza restaurant. So now they just got to open up pizza restaurants everywhere. But then when a mom and pop shop, like, a mom and pop shop, they can open up a restaurant selling tacos, right? If that shit don't work, next month they can be like, look, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go from selling tacos to selling Indian food, right? And who knows, maybe the Indian food do better than the tacos. That's what a small business can do with a restaurant, bro. But when it comes to actual like stuff to buy, like clothing, like a bike or something like that, I mean, it's really going online. Think about this right here. Think about bikes, okay? Think about bikes. Where, like, all the bikes I have, you can't even buy them in the stores. You literally, you can't even buy. You have to buy them offline. If you go to a bike shop, they have electric bikes, but they're not going to be these electric bikes. If you go to most bike shops here, the electric bikes they're going to have are going to be like $5,000. Like, no joke. They're going to be like 5 grand, bro. So if you ain't trying to buy a bike for $5,000, you probably gonna buy it offline. Well, eventually the bike shops selling the bikes for $5,000. Eventually they're gonna be selling them joints online. You know, some things are just yeah. Mm. Restaurants are small. I mean, the margins are smaller in the restaurant. Totally. Jermaine, lightening up. What do you mean on lightening up? Like light in the background, or you mean up here in the head, or what you talking about? Nobody goes to Burger King for the experience. People love those restaurants that are family owned, especially if you have social media presence. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I mean, for example, like the restaurant that I went to get this food. Why did I go to the restaurant? I went to the restaurant because of how they do it at that restaurant. That's for real why I went to that restaurant is because how they do it. What do they do different? They actually take the pineapple and cut it and put the pineapple on the bottom and then put all the food on top. Now I go to other places in the city. They don't do it that way. They just do it like they just had no pineapple in there. They have the pieces of pineapple chopped up, but they don't have the bottom of the pineapple in there. That's something that like a small business could pull off, right? A corporation, like they gotta figure out how we gonna serve our food. Are we gonna do it like this? Are we gonna do it like that? You know? And it's gotta be like uniform. That's just one thing I noticed. Jay, you itching to travel again? Yeah, pretty soon. Lori and I are gonna do something on a little trip soon. I'm not really gonna talk about it too much. What's going on, Tony C in the house? San Francisco night sky will be orange in October due to SF Giants. I thought it was gonna be orange because of the smoke and fire again, like it was a couple years ago. Where can I work? Where can I work? I get paid 15 to 20 an hour. You can make that on Uber Eats, yo. Yeah, you can make that on Uber Eats, dude. 15 to 20 an hour. That's chunk change. I mean, if you really doing good on Uber Eats, you can make like 30 to 35 an hour. Like no joke. If you're doing really good, that is not working all day. Keywords, that's not working all day. You're not going to average that much working all day because it's going to be slow parts of the day. If you work the high hours of the day, you work the busy times, you can have a higher hourly wage. You can have a higher hourly you can make more because it's so many orders that are popping up during those hours, and then that's when the bonuses happen. That's when the surge pricing happen. So like if you work during those hours, it's like for real the best time to work. Like right now, right now, right now, this time right now that I'm streaming. Like last week when I wasn't streaming, I was doing Uber last week. Uber was freaking popping, bro. It was really good. Jermaine, I hope you're hanging in there after a rough year to September. Yes, September was rough, y'all. Yep, Jermaine, I'm tired of wearing face masks. I wonder if they're gonna drop it in San Francisco because we've had it since like August, so that's been like 2 months, and the numbers have sort of went down. So I wonder will they drop the mask mandate? You rolling up to people's doors, you don't know what's behind these doors doing Uber Eats. What do you mean? Well, a lot of times when you go to people's doors, you just put the food in front of the door and you knock and you leave. Like I don't just wait to like greet them, unless it's these alcohol orders. Because I noticed that these alcohol orders, you have to scan their ID. And the thing that suck about those orders is, this may sound kind of bad, yo, what I'm about to say, but like I'm just gonna keep it real. The thing I don't like about those alcohol orders is you actually have an interaction with the customer. That's why I don't like it. It's so much better when you don't have an interaction with the customer. Holy shit. It's just like the best thing in the world when you don't see the customer and when you don't have to talk to the customer. It's like the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever because it's so chill. You just drop it off, you leave. When you talk to the customer, sometimes they're like, "Hey, how are you?" And then sometimes they ask questions. Did they have this? Did they have that? Did they have this? Did they have that? A lot of times when I'm going to a restaurant to pick something up, man, when I leave a restaurant, I have already forgot like what restaurant I left from. You know what I mean? Like I don't even remember. Like, and then when someone asks me, did they have this and did they have that? I have no idea because the bag is like all stapled or like tied up in a knot. Like I didn't open it. Like I didn't put the shit in there. Like I don't know. And that's how it is. I avoid alcohol. You avoid alcohol delivery. But some of them are good though. They're usually pretty decent. Like they give you a couple extra dollars to make you go through all that bullshit. Of, seeing the customer. I just heard something really weird. I never do alcohol orders. They are all shady people. You said they're shady people. You know, one thing I noticed about alcohol orders, I had 2 alcohol orders this morning before 8 a.m. And the thing I was thinking about was like, God damn, bro. It's like 7:30 in the morning and y'all fools already drinking? Like that's just what I was thinking about. Like, I'm like, bro, like I don't even want like I should be delivering coffee, right? Not, alcohol. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm the delivery person. I deliver what you want, but I'm just thinking, like, dang, you are. It's like, do people just start drinking at 8 a.m.? Like, is that how it is? Like, again, that day started right, bro. I just noticed that like 2 people this morning before 8 a.m. I'm like, I like to deliver bagels and shit, bro, where you can just knock, 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 and like take off running. But the alcohol, you have to like wait. They come downstairs. Oh, I don't have my ID. Let me go back upstairs. Like, for real? Come on, bro. And another thing that I hate about the pharmacy, another one I hate about the alcohol delivery is if it's in a big building and you don't have cell phone service, you're not gonna be able to scan the ID, which is better DoorDash or Uber. I wish I could. I, wi- I wish I really knew. It's kind of hard to tell. What sucks about a big company like Walmart, the Walton family is one of the richest families in the world, but yet they can't play the. I noticed you said that comment a couple times. I like avoided to read that comment the first time you wrote that. I mean, I don't know about Sam Walton. Yeah, they're really rich. They can't afford their workers. I mean, what do you want me to do about it? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't go to Walmart. Um, I like Amazon though, but I don't just buy stuff off Amazon all the time. Like lately, I haven't really bought much off Amazon. Only time I buy stuff off Amazon is when I need it to get here in 2 days. That's the only time. Nowadays, I buy everything from the motherland. Like why even go to Amazon? I do alcohol delivery for the liquor store, but not food or grocery because liquor store delivery tips are really good. Oh, I would imagine, especially on the weekends, if you do that, like on Friday and Saturday night. I've heard of people who do alcohol deliveries on Friday, Saturday night. They said the tips are like, for some reason, they're better on the weekends. They are better on the weekends. You drop off somebody's alcohol to their house on Friday at 7 o'clock. They already been off work. They ain't got paid. They want a drink. You the person that then dropped off the bottles to them. They're gonna hit you with a 20. I, yeah, I definitely hear about that. Alex channel is deleted. What happened? Alex channel is deleted. Really? What happened to Alex's channel? Maybe did he get deleted for being anti-vax or something? Wow, there's no videos on Alex's channel. But maybe he could have deleted it. Maybe he could have deleted it. But yeah, there's no videos on his channel. Wow. Oh, there's Alex there, a new video dropping tomorrow. Jermaine, I want to be working in the Amazon or Walmart store, but continue doing my schooling in the U.S. if possible. What kind of job? There's a lot of jobs you can do, bro. I would say do something flexible. Do something like maybe do something in the sharing economy because like you can work or you could study and then you can work or something that's flexible. Don't try to like get something that's like tell you have to be here all the time. Don't you need a work permit? You definitely do need a work permit. This is why I'm probably not the best person to ask about immigration stuff. But yeah, you do need a work permit. Legally you need a work permit. But if you go to a place like New York, I'm pretty sure you could probably find work if you didn't have a work permit. Just because I'm even in a place like San Francisco, I know people that don't have papers, bro, and they got jobs. Like that's just how it is. Like no joke. Like they ain't got no papers, but they got a job and they be there every day. And everybody know them. Everybody see them every day. But people just don't know that they ain't got papers. You know what I mean? And some people, it's just like don't ask, don't tell. Don't ask me, and I ain't gonna say shit. That's kind of how it is. But yeah, you could definitely get a job. Um, Under the table, with the under the table work is very popular, y'all. Looks like in the future it's gonna be less and less of a thing because less and less cash. Did you take all your other videos down, Alex? Lil Wayne came from Jamaica and never got his papers. Is that for real? Is that true? Like I've actually heard that like a couple years ago that Lil Wayne like don't have papers. Yeah, but like I guess if you don't leave the country, but then to get on an airplane, I guess you could get on an airplane with an ID, and then you can get an ID, but like if you pay taxes, who cares if you're alien? Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, but I'm gonna keep it real, yo. Immigration is not a bad thing. Like whenever I hear people say like keep immigration away, stop immigration, don't let people come to America, they're taking our jobs. Well, on the surface, it may appear that way, right? On the surface, it may appear that if we let all these people come from India, we let them come study at our university, and then they all go working at Google. It looks like they're taking our jobs, right? When we let all these Chinese people come from China, study at Harvard, which is one of the most expensive, prestigious schools in the country, right? We let them study there. They pay all this money to study there because when you an international student, you pay more for college tuition, right? So yeah, these people come, they pay top dollar to study at an American university. So right when they get there, America is making money off of them. Cha-ching, making top dollar, right? Now on top of that, after what? After they, 4 years of school, maybe they get a master's degree. So they have to pay even more for their master's degree. So after they get their master's degree, after they have spent what, $200,000-300,000 in the US, okay, now it's time for the US to literally start to make money off of them. So when they go get their job working at Google and they make what, $200,000 a year, well, that 39% tax bracket, what's 39 and 39? That's what, 78,000. Now the government, if that Indian person from India, that came to school in the U.S. and went to Harvard, spent $300,000 going to Harvard, right? And then now they get a job working at Google, making $200,000 a year. Now the government can make that 39% off of them with that $78,000 a year. So is immigration bad? Immigration is not bad. But what about it? This brings up another question, right? This brings up a whole nother question. What about the people who are living in America? isn't that person taking their job? Well, let's just think about something here. Is the person from another country really taking the job from the American? No. Okay. Because chances are, if the American and that other person were in the same class, right? And they had the same grades, would that person take the job from them? Probably not. Probably what they're studying, we need way more people to study, and we don't have enough people in our own country studying that. And that's why we got all these other people coming studying. It's the same way. Now, I used a that example I used was like kind of like a perfect example. Okay. That was like that's the ideal example. For the most part, most people don't come to the US like that. A lot of people come to the US other ways. It's the same way. It's the same way. It's the same way. Like when you have people come from across the border. Well, if they get a job working under the table, once again, the tax they're making the country is making money off of them already off the bat. Because if they get a job making money under the table, you guys know how like every time you have a paycheck job, they take taxes out for federal withholding, and then at the end of the year, you can like do your tax return and get back a couple $1,000s, right? Well, when you're illegal and you're getting money under the table, you ain't gonna get no money back at the end of the year. Now, the whole term illegal getting money under the table, it doesn't exactly mean that you're getting paid in cash and your money is for real going under the table. That term can very well mean that you got some papers, right? That say you're this person. And then when you go to your hotel job, because you work at the hotel in San Francisco, when you go to your hotel job, they actually give you a paycheck. You go cash that paycheck, and then it's the name that you said it is. That's another way they do it. And once again, at the end of the year, that person would not fill out taxes, right? And if they're not filling out taxes, that means that the government is not paying that money back out in taxes, right? So like immigration is different, you know. Well, okay. When I say okay, look, I totally hear some people say there's no such thing as illegals and legals. Okay, if we're in that subgroup, if we're in a subgroup and we're speaking like that, we can speak like that. But I'm not in this like little subgroup of like people that say that there's no immigrant. Most people don't think that way. Most people realize that like, okay, this person is this and that person is that, right? So and that's how it is in our country. Like that's how they talk. They say that, you know, illegals and not illegals. It's based off of what the people in our country said that it was based off of. I didn't pick these. I didn't pick these things here, but that's just how it is, right? Jermaine, talk about legal immigration, not illegal immigration. Sorry, so if anybody here is like illegal, like I don't mean to like be offensive or anything, but like once again, how do I like say it without how I say it without offending people who like, I'm definitely not saying it in an offensive way. You know what I'm saying? If you can't make $1 in America, you just whack. Jermaine didn't even go to college. Here he is. Immigration is needed. Someone has to pay for our social security. Oh, oh, dang! That is deep. That's deep, yo. That's the comment of the live stream right there. Dang, that's deep, dude. Hmm. Oh, you're not offended, Day. Yeah, like I'm totally not trying to say it in an offensive way. Like, there's certain people that, like, if you say the word illegal, they say that, like, no, no one is illegal. Well, I mean, technically, no one is illegal, but that's not the imaginary world that we're living in. We're living in the real world, right? Where the police is going to say, motherfucker, you illegal and you're not. Well, not the police, but you know what I mean. Like, if you ain't got papers, okay. What I mean, okay, instead of saying illegal and non-illegal, I'm just gonna say papers and non-papers, right? Because that's, you know, one thing I noticed that, like, when you talk in code, people that are like um politically correct, they don't necessarily like correct you as much when you talk in code. You know why? Because they're so politically correct that when you talk in code, they ain't got no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You know? People are too easily offended, Jay. Keep on a good topic. Illegal immigration paid $3 billion worth of taxes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. No, John, just the weed is good. Well, I mean, bro, like lately, like that's really why I haven't been on live stream, because, like, bro, like I say like shit like that like offends like everyone, bro. Like, for real. I talk about how I want to live in a freaking condo in the city, and it's like, bro, like, how is that offensive, dude? Like, how is that offensive? Just because you don't want that in life, just because you want something different in life, you tell me that what I want is offensive. Like, fuck out of here, bro. People just need to go ahead and do what they want to do. If they want to fall into the world of this and fall into the world of that, they should just go right ahead and do it. Don't bring me down with your ship, though. No, Jermaine is falling into another political hole. That a fan gonna contact him. Do it, Jay. Take a chance. Take a stand. So how would another country feel if a whole boatload of Americans start flooding their country? Well, instead of calling us illegal, they would just probably call us another name. Yeah, I mean, if you go to South America, they they'll call you gringo, right? I mean, it could be taken. Some people, some Americans get offended by it. Most Americans don't. You know, it's just what they call us in this country. You say you can't fix, you can't please everyone. Fuck them. I know. Fuck them, yo. Fuck them, yo. Yo, but hey, but check this out. I'm gonna keep pushing for neutrality, yo. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now why I'm like so big on neutrality, dude. We live in an era now today where like you you almost can't even talk to you can't even talk to people, because like we indifference about so many things, right? You believe this. Well, if you believe that, I don't want nothing to do with you. I can believe one thing, and you're telling me just because I believe one thing, you don't want anything to do with me? Really? Hmm. Well, maybe it's just not. Just let this sink in for a second, right? I can like believe something, and like you don't like me because I don't. That's how we living in nowadays. So nowadays, I'm just all about like, yo, I'm neutral on everything. That's why when y'all was asking me about that Facebook situation, I didn't even really want to say too much about it because, well, a couple of reasons I didn't want to talk. There was a couple more than one reason why I didn't want to say much about it. I also didn't get a very rounded perspective of it. This channel is not a good channel to express yourself. Better to leave it to Jane. We can't get hung up over words, man, and switch to every other topic. Who's texting, man? Am I getting in trouble here? My lord's getting in trouble here. Yeah. So what I'm talking about now is I'm talking about like deep things. I think it's a really good chance to just take a more of a zip approach on a lot of controversial things that are going on in the world. That's kind of how I really want to. That's kind of really my stance now is to just take a just be quiet about it. Just acknowledge it, but I don't want to really take sides. Because at the end of the day, if I do take sides, like, am I really changing the situation? Right? If I take sides and say I believe this, am I really like am I for real making the world a better place just because I believe it, right? Okay, climate change. There's a lot of people. I'm just using this climate change for an example. There's a lot of people out there that believe different things about climate change, right? Some people believe that the world is going to end in like 15 years. Some people believe it's going to be 50. Some people think it's going to be 100. It really doesn't matter what I believe, right? It doesn't matter if I believe the world's going to end tomorrow or next week. But the thing is, what really could I do to really stop it, right? I mean, yeah, I can do things. Like I can make, YouTube videos and tell people don't get on airplanes and, don't order things off online. Don't buy. I could do that, but for real, what could I really do to just for real to stop that situation? There's not really much I could really do to stop that situation. There's just really not. So at the end of the day, it's like I mean, I don't know. Like what can I do? Like, okay, I'm not talking about whoa, okay, whoa, hold on. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about a cop killing someone. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I didn't say I would be neutral on that, bro. I'm talking about politics, like political. I'm talking about neutral on stuff like that. I'm not talking about I mean, come on, bro. Use your platform for change. Yeah, well, um, these comments have got me all over the place. Someone takes a minor across. Okay, so okay, you can someone takes a minor across the state lines. Okay, no, that has nothing to do with being neutral there. No, that has not. I'm talking about like political. I'm talking about shit like that. I use the example of climate change. Okay, I'm not talking about kidnapping people. Not the same, bro. Not the same. Okay, not the same. That's a crime. Okay, you're talking about crimes. Okay, believing in believing in climate change or not believing in climate change. That's not a crime. Okay, um, being Republican or Democrat, that's not a crime. Okay, take kidnapping someone. That's a crime. You cannot compare these two. Okay, you cannot compare these two. Yo. I don't know. I really don't know much about you. No, not really. I don't know. Are you young? Are you old? Are you, really, really intelligent? Are you, dumb as hell? You sitting at the back of the bus? I don't know much about you, but I'm just gonna say that they're not the same. You still vaccinated? I'm gonna let y'all figure out the vaccination thing. I mean, I'm still vaccinated because once you get vaccinated, I don't know how you get unvaccinated. No, I don't. Yeah, so once you vaccinated, I guess it can wear off. But if it wears off, I mean, you still got like vaccinated. It's just not like, I don't know. It's not current. Like, Jeremy, screw it. You do not have to explain it yourself. I don't have to explain it to myself. I haven't met a person yet that I agree with 100% of the time. Hopefully, I never will. Well, I just see that there are certain movements out there that if you don't agree with everything, y- you're like the worst. You're part of the problem, right? That's what I'm talking about. The booster shot was extra strength. Hilarious. The booster shot was extra strength. I'm gonna get the booster shot. I'm definitely not gonna trip. I'm gonna get the vaccine. Yeah. Sync my Madonna with my microchip to my iPhone 13, bruh. The microchip works with the iPhone 13, dude. I need to get an upgrade, bro. Need to get an upgrade, bro. Sitting on the fence is too much. Oh gosh. Jermaine, will you vote for a black female president? Like I said, I'm gonna like leave politics alone, yo. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Because just because someone's black, like I wouldn't recommend if you're black and someone else is black, I wouldn't necessarily just go vote for them just because they're black. You got to know what they're for. You got to know what do they stand for. And then do you believe what they stand? Like, is that you don't just vote for them just because, oh, it's a boy, it's a black dude, let's just vote for him. That is not that's not the best way to go about it. Yeah, it's not like a movie. When you see like your favorite star in a movie, you're like, oh yeah, I want to see the movie. Well, yeah, but it shouldn't be the same way for the president. You should want to know a little bit more. Yeah, you really want to know what they're standing for. The vax is not vegan. Yeah, I mean I'm tripping, but you also know that like I'm not vegan. I'm plant based now because I'm tired of the vegans messing with me. So the not the vegans, but the maybe the protesters or whatever, the activists. Jermaine, options are a waste of time. Just have fun, live life, have fun. Yippee! Jeremy's voting in the Swiss elections. So what's going on with Ben and Jerry's, yo? I'm just curious. If you have a brain, you have an opinion. Camera was black. I thought Camera was East Asian. Is she black? And they say she's black. Jermaine, it doesn't even matter. Politics and affecting control. Just have fun. I mean, I don't know. It seems like the people that are trying to make the loudest noise in the room are the ones that always win when it comes to politics. The people that are the loudest in the room, they're always the ones that walk away with the bag. Obama and Kamala are considered black even though they're mixed. I don't exactly know how that whole saying, but like, growing up in a black community, we always were heard that like if a person is mixed with just a little bit of black, they're all black. You know, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's different in other races. I don't know. I don't know if it's like that with like Asians, right? So like if an Asian and a white person are together and they're mixed, like is it like are they considered like mixed, or are they considered white, or are they considered Asian? Because I mean, for the most part, like black people will say like if you got just a little bit of black in you all black. Now some people will disagree with that and say like, how can you say I'm all black? it just really depends on like who you ask, what you believe. One drop rule in the U.S. One drop rule. That's so fucking hilarious, yo. If you can catch the drift, dude. Kamala's father is mixed also. No, we don't have to be stuck on race. Y'all know I don't want to talk about no fucking race all night. Like, I ain't got time to talk about that, yo. Life is so much better than talk about racism. I mean, there's so many other things that are so much better to talk about than freaking racism, yo. Racism sucks. Trump is orange, but he identifies as white. I mean, this is true, bro. Do you consider Tiger Woods to be black or Asian? I don't know. I don't know. That's a really good question. These are good. These are questions like I would love to know. Like other people, what question y'all? What is Tiger Woods? Is he black or Asian? I've never even considered. Like honestly, whenever I think about Tiger Woods, I don't really think about. I don't think about a black person. Like I don't. Like I know he's. Yeah, I just don't like when I think about Tiger Woods. I don't. I just don't think. I mean, I don't think about a black dude. I just think about like a non-race individual. But like, what do y'all think about Tiger Woods? Because it's not a lot of things that just screams black to me when I think about Tiger Woods. You know, Dave Chappelle said he's Asian. If Dave Chappelle said he's Asian then. Black is in the. I'm losing brain cells right now. I am losing brain cells right now, Jam Media. For real, we're going down the list. Talk, hey, is this person black or are they Asian? We're trying to figure out who people are. Greg Harris is always on Jermaine's feed bringing up race. Hey, Greg, do you live in San Francisco? I'm just curious. Tiger became black when his GF trod none on his ass. Oh, did they get into a fight and they crashed the car or something? Oh, Tiger Woods is black. Tiger Woods is never seen with a black girl. He's married, white, and dates white. Yeah, but you know how I hear a lot of people say that like about like certain like black people that they only date like white people, right? They only date. So you take someone like Tiger Woods, just look at his lifestyle, bro. I mean, how many like come on, think about it. Like how many black pro golfers out there? And then so like if and then he's like the best golfer on top of that, right? So if he's the best, of course he's gonna be like around other people that like golf. And golf is not typically something that people, you know, in the hood play. You know what I mean? So basically, it's like a different like. I mean, he just lives in a different world, you know. Yeah, he just lives in a different world. Like it's not that he. I mean, I definitely heard like black media have said bad things about him. You know, especially when he's in the media. You know, I mean, he had that big car crash happen a couple of years ago. That was the biggest thing he was in the media for, and you know, I don't know. He's still like one of the best golfers, right? Any more traveling videos? I'll put out a travel video tomorrow. I'll put out an LA video. Y'all want to see LA? OJ became black again when he went on trial. That's crazy. Y'all do how many countries I visit? Still at 65. It's been like 2 years, bro. My country count ain't went up. That shit need to fly next year. We need to hit like 100 countries, y'all. I mean, after 100 countries, it's like, dang, I've been to like half of the world. That's so dope, bro. That's so dope. That's so fucking dope. Damn, that's so dope. Let me sit back and think about that. Half of the world, dude. That'd be so awesome. Did he have another accident? Be careful out in LA 1 hour after I touched down on my skateboard. Got run over. LA is a rough place, bro. On a skateboard. It's so spread out and people drive fast because the streets are so big. So you really gotta watch yourself in LA, y'all. And think about LA, you can't be running no red lights in LA. Like no joke. You can't be running no red lights in LA. Look how big the intersections are. Man, them intersections so big. I be walking, be like, damn, man, ever gonna make it to the other side of the street? You be walking like across 7 lanes and shit. And out here in San Francisco, you walk 2 lanes, like short, little small intersection. Over there, man, dude, come going on. You got me hooked on skateboard, Jermaine. Oh, really? Skateboard was dope though. Is Conway West still black? Oh no. I mean, I don't even know because nowadays, like, people can like change their race and stuff. So I don't even know. You know, people can say that they identify with another race. So I don't even know. Been to Vegas? I haven't been to Vegas in a couple of years, but I have been to Vegas. Maybe I'll go to Vegas like soon. Guys, it's so much fun to hang out and chill with y'all. Like we hanging out tonight. We haven't hung out in a minute, y'all. I miss hanging out with my J fam. I miss hanging out with J fam. I'm gonna call y'all J fam. Kanye is a genius. I would have to say that what Kanye has done over the past couple of years, you have to know. I know some people think Kanye was like crazy. Kanye has done a lot of things that have been somewhat questionable, but I look at Kanye as someone who is really good at playing checkers, or no, really good at playing chess. I think that's what Kanye is doing. He is playing a really long game of chess, and when you play a long game of chess, it may not look like you're winning all the time. You know, it may look like you may go through times where like things are bad and it's not looking good for you. But then a couple more years, a couple more moves, guess what? You right back in front. So I think that Kanye is I think Kanye is yeah. But I'm also concerned because I've been hearing, especially like in black media, that Kanye is the most sold out like star out there. And like I keep hearing this all the time. Like he's like they say he's sold out, and that's why he's like I don't really want to get into it because it can be considered like conspiracy theorists, you know. And you guys know how people are, you know. If you talk about conspiracy theories on YouTube, people want to say, "Oh yeah, that's a conspiracy theory," and then if you talk about something and it's not fact checked, people want to say, "Oh yeah, it's not fact checked," you know. But one thing I will say about Mr. Kanye, it seems like Kanye is it seems like he's playing a game of chess, you know, and a game of chess takes long. Okay, it's not like shooting dice where you can shoot dice and get it over with real fast. He's playing a game of chess, you know. Kanye is smart. He backed Trump. Well, the thing about Trump, yo, I'm just gonna tell y'all this. Um, it really takes strong minds to think about, you know, the past couple years, right? It takes strong minds, okay? diamond hands, not paper hands. Okay. And if you really look what has happened, you look the couple. You remember 10 years ago when Trump had that TV show on TV, "You're Fired" or some shit like that. Okay, he was looked at like people liked him, right? He always had that bankruptcy shit going on. He always had loser businesses. Okay, the man has always had businesses that just failed. I mean, we can just sit back and name him. He had that airlines failed. He had that cologne failed. He had liquor failed. He had wine. Basically, everything he did failed, bro. Right? Now, to some people may look at that and be like, oh, well, he's a failure. But that's a lot of people that look at that and be like, yo, if you had that many businesses that failed, at least you got up to the stage and you had the opportunity to sing, because so many people will never even get to the damn game. And this dude is not only at the game, he had made it to the stage and failed multiple times and multiple times and multiple times. So you can look at it as like failure, but then you can look at it as like, well, damn, at least you got to the spot that like, I don't really know anybody who can even get there, right? You can look at it that way. Once again, this takes strong minds to talk about. This take diamond hands to talk about, not paper hands, right? Because paper hands is going to be looking at it like, oh, you know, this or that, right? But then, yeah, with daddy's money. But once again, it doesn't matter how you got there. You got there, and most people are not ever gonna get there. Most people don't even dream of getting there, right? So it doesn't matter where the money came from, because the dude that made GoPro, oh my gosh, he is like so hated, yo. He is so hated, but so what? He has started a company, GoPro, which is basically a failure company. People still buy their cameras, but if you know anything about GoPros and cameras, like, yeah, GoPro is kind of it's a failed company. You ever heard of DJI? The cameras are so much better than GoPro. It doesn't mean I'm gonna go and not buy GoPro. I'll probably still buy GoPro in the future, but like they're not the best company. But once again, the dude from GoPro, he uses daddy's money. But at the end of the day, okay, but the thing, okay, I wasn't really trying to go into Trump. What I was trying to go, that wasn't what I was trying. I wasn't trying to talk about Trump and all the money. What I was trying to say is, when you look at how all this I don't know, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But one thing I want to say is, like, remember last year how everything was falling apart, how it was protests left and right, and how this and that and that and this, and this year is not like that. I don't know. I kind of want to. I don't know. I want to shut the fuck up now. I'm afraid I'm gonna say something that's gonna get me in trouble. So let's talk about Tesla. Y'all heard about Tesla? What y'all think is gonna happen with Tesla, yo? How I'm daydreaming about stocks. Hey, I did not tell you guys last week, but like last week, I sold out of Matterport, right? I sold out of Matterport. Not all of it. I sold out like, I think I kept like 250 shares, and then the price like tanked. So I was like stoked because I like sold out, and then I'm like, damn. So now I can buy back in, and now I'm like kind of stuck because I'm like, what's gonna happen? Do I want to sit on the sidelines? Because this morning I bought like another 100 shares, so now I got like 350 in Robinhood, and I still got the contracts that expired in April. So I'm just sitting back thinking, like, what the fuck is Sleepy Joe gonna do now? Like, is he gonna pass a stimulus package or not? Because I'm thinking that the stimulus package will not be passed. That's what I'm thinking. Because think about this here. If they pass the stimulus package, that is really gonna mark death to Ford and GM. We're not even gonna talk about Chrysler or Stellantis. We're I ain't got time to talk about them. Ford and GM, right? because Stellantis ain't doing nothing when it comes to like, I don't hear them talk about batteries. I don't hear them talk about anything. At least with Ford and GM, I sort of hear them talk about, oh, we're gonna make this and make that. Did get 137 million from Tesla. I haven't really heard. I've been seeing that story quite a bit. That's a lot of money. That's a boatload of money. They have to raise a debt ceiling before the due date. Who knows? Maybe the infrastructure bill is not a stimulus package. The infrastructure bill is not a stimulus package. But the reason why I said that the infrastructure bill is because a lot of stocks that I'm in will benefit from the infrastructure bill. And a lot of like EV stocks, because I know a lot of people are, buying EV stocks and stuff because, the EV future. The stimulus package would greatly help that. It would help it a lot. But yeah, that I didn't mean to say that it was I didn't mean to say the infrastructure bill was a stimulus package. But for the most part, if you're like invested in EV, it's gonna kind of be a stimulus package because you're gonna see the EV stocks go through the roof. Because if they actually pass all this EV stuff, it's gonna benefit the EV companies, meaning that it's gonna kind of be like a stimulus, to a certain degree. We got a lot of work to do in this country. Stop calling Sleepy Joe. My bad. I didn't mean to say Sleepy Joe. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't piss anyone off, did I? Like people like pissed off. Am I gonna get some death threats tomorrow? Are you gonna meet me at Starbucks and like try to fight me or some shit? All hands on deck. We all stick together. You say you want to get out of the country. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to? What country do you want to go? You want to go to like Africa? You want to go to Europe? You want to go somewhere, Asia, somewhere? I'm just curious. Tesla, Facebook, Apple, Google, Tesla, Facebook, Nvidia are good. Yo, have y'all been following this dude that like he follows like Nancy Pelosi stocks, bruh. Just Google like Nancy Pelosi stock picks. There's like people out there that like, because when you're a politician, you have to disclose your stocks, right? And there's people that go out there and they follow like certain politicians and they figure out what stocks that they're buying and they like try to do research and try to figure out like why did such and such just buy all of these shares in this company? Do they know something about this company that's going to happen in the future? And then people will look at their information and then buy those stocks too and like make money with the politicians, because you got to think, if you're a politician and you put in all this money into Apple randomly, I mean, come on, do you know something about Apple that's going to happen? And is that why you're putting all this money into Apple or whatever company you're putting it into? So it kind of makes a lot of sense. France should take the Haitians in. What's going on with the Haitians? What's going on in Haiti now? America, the Confederation. Yeah, it sounds like online. It sounds like insider information. That's what it sounds like. But then at the same time, it really, maybe it's not insider information. Maybe it's, yo, buy this stock over here, I mean, politicians, they do know things that we probably don't know. Maybe they know things that's going to happen before they happen, Tesla is going to double their cars sold by next year. Okay, the thing about Tesla, dude, at the end of this year, at the end of 21, the amount of cars that they sold will literally double by next year, like for real double. If it's 800,000 or if it's 900,000, the following year it's going to be like it's gonna be like 2 million, because at the end of this year, those, hopefully the Austin factory and the Berlin factory will be open. But at the end of this year, they won't be up to capacity. They won't. They'll be pushing out cars, hopefully, but they won't be pushing out cars at maximum capacity, right? But you give it a year from December 31st, you give it a year, those numbers are gonna be through the freaking roof. Because if they're able to produce cars a whole year, and then it's gonna continue to ramp up, it's going to be crazy, yo. It's gonna be crazy, yo. Already too many cars in general. Yeah, there are already too many cars in general. And then the Cybertruck comes. Oh, I keep forgetting about the fight. I keep forgetting about the Cybertruck, yo. I keep forgetting, man. When the Cybertruck's gonna roll out like crazy. I wonder what's his $25,000 car, because I keep hearing that it's going to be based off of a Cybertruck. It's going to be a smaller version of a Cybertruck. And if they made a $25,000 car based off of a Cybertruck, what that could mean is they could be making the same car on the same line, which would be incredible. It'd be so efficient. We should ride all e-bikes, forget cars. I'm gonna get a revenue, not a brand J, because if for free. Well, the thing about e-bikes is you can't ride e-bikes everywhere. And if you got kids, if you got groceries, I mean, a car is gonna be a little bit easier to get around. Text Conway now. He's finished helping the kids with homework. He says he's free to text. It might be a hatchback car. Oh, it could be a hatchback car, but the thing about it being a hatchback car is, okay, if you think about the Cybertruck, right? Imagine the Cybertruck with a smaller front, a lower base, and without the bed on the back of the truck. That could be the smaller $25,000 Tesla. And they could make that off of the same line with the Cybertruck. So basically, get rid of the back of the truck, and then get rid of a large percent of the front, right? And then you also got to think, if it's going to be a smaller car, it doesn't need as many batteries. It doesn't need as much room for like all the components and all that, because it's going to be a smaller vehicle. It's going to have less power. It's not going to be hauling 10,000 pounds like a Cybertruck will. Four people can ride an e-bike with groceries. The right e-bike. But I understand that everybody don't live in the city. I understand that some people do live in the mountains. Some people do live in the country. Some people do live 30 miles, 20 miles away from the nearest grocery store. Don't expect anyone to ride a bike for 20 miles to get to the closest grocery store. If you live in that type of America or that type of whatever, you would probably want a car. And especially if it's like 110 degrees outside, do you want to ride a bike to the grocery store? Different places, things fly different. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I see it. How much was the Cybertruck pre-order? It was either 500 or 100. I can't exactly remember. Nancy the Whale. No joke about that. Nancy the Whale. No joke. Do you think you'll update your iOS to 15? I think it's a nice update. I haven't upgraded yet. Maybe I'll do it after tonight, after this stream. So guys, I'm gonna get off here because I'm getting tired, and I'm going to call Lori. I'm gonna go call Lori, and then I'm gonna go outside and pray for those who are familiar with the matter. And that's pretty much what I got going on for now. 1.3 million pre-orders, 100K loan. Yeah. Not that much of a loan. I guess if it was 500, it would be better. But they definitely got a lot of people to put money down for them Cybertrucks. No, the not the Cybertruck, the 18 wheeler, and they still have the 18 wheeler coming out too. That's gonna be those cost like $200,000, bro. That's gonna be an expensive vehicle for them. I want them to start making that truck because the thing about the Model 3s cost what, $40,000, $50,000. Those semis, like I said, it costs over 200 bands. So if they sell 5 of those, they made $1 million, right? For them to make $1 million selling Model 3s, they gotta sell about 20 of them, you know. So they need to hurry up and get them freaking Cybertrucks on the road, yo. Hey, but anyway, I'm about to go sleepy because I'm sleepy. I missed the praying topic. It doesn't exactly mean praying, but it means something along those lines. But anyway, I'm out. I love all of y'all. Y'all make sure y'all have a wonderful night. Make sure you do crazy things. I'm filming a video. I'll keep y'all posted. Anyway, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. I love all of y'all. Be beautiful. Stay safe. Believe what you want to believe. Don't let nobody change your mind. Right? And keep it Switzerland. You ain't gotta tell everybody what the fuck you believe in. But I'm out. I love all of y'all. Peace out, y'all. Go do something awesome. Go do something